Hello and welcome to Paper Plays Julie K. Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for stopping by. Today I have a beautiful design team package to share with you guys from AngeldreamCraftsKim on Etsy, and I do have a business card for her. But to make it really easy on you, if you open up that description box below, I do have links to Kim's store. Again, she is on Etsy and it's called AngeldreamCraftsKim. She does sell beautiful laces, trims, doilies, appliques. Some of her items that she sells are vintage, so she does have some vintage trims and doilies in her store. She sells some of her own handmade items, and Kim has a beautiful vintage shabby type feel to a lot of her projects. And I also have links listed below in the description box for some of Kim's other social media sites. She does have a YouTube channel. She also has an Instagram account where some of our design team projects are posted, also sneak peeks at some of the laces and trims in our stores, and of course there will be announcements for any sales located in her Instagram account. You can also find her on her Facebook group, and I do have that listed below in the description box, so make sure you check that out. And again, I am really excited, as I always am whenever I get any of my design team packages from Kim, because she carries so many beautiful supplies in her store. And one of the things I'm always excited about that she has been carrying in her store lately is the beautiful paper collections that she's been carrying. And so last month I got to work with one of the rose paper lines that she had. And this month I did receive the beautiful Wonderland paper collection. And again, this one has a beautiful vintage shabby feel to it. There's beautiful flowers in here, there's feathers, there's keys, there's little timepiece clocks in there. And I'll just kind of go through some of the papers real quick. They are 6x6. Here's a really nice kind of a collage looking one in there. Beautiful background. You can see on this one it has the flowers and the feathers in there. This one has a really fun little bird on it. This one has a butterfly along with a bird. Just some really nice background pieces. Here's a nice layering background piece. And then what's fun about this set is that there are like kind of little sized ones that you can cut up and make cute little journal cards out of these. Add them to different journal pages. They'd be really fun cut up and layered with some lace and put onto a card if you're into card making. They also look really nice if you're into scrapbooking and you want to kind of do maybe a vintage type theme, maybe some photos of some of your old relatives. I could really see some of these papers being used for that. And again, it looks like there are about 2 styles of every sheet of paper in this 6x6 pad. And again, this one was called Wonderland. So the next items that I would like to share with you that I received in my design team package are some of the little smaller embellishments that she carries in her store. She carries bling, charms, cabochons, little resin pieces, and so I did want to share those with you next. I'm really excited about these newer cabochons she's carrying in her store. These are circle cabochons, and they have kind of a beautiful vintage feel to them. A little bit of a travel feel to them if you're into Paris. This one has some shabby flowers and a butterfly. It's also a little timepiece clock. Hopefully you're catching that on the video there. And a couple more. And what I thought was really cute about these ones, since they do have the clocks in them, is that they would look really cute with this paper line, the Wonderland paper line, just because there are some clocks and timepieces in this paper collection. So I'm definitely going to be pairing these somehow together. Again, they'd be fun on a journal cover, in a center of a flower. You could definitely put these on a card if you're, like I said, if you're into card making. So those are some really fun little embellishments in her store. Again, Kim sells beautiful charms, and these ones are kind of a combination of a charm and also a piece of bling. They do have the little eyelets at the top, so it's easy to connect them to something, whether you're sewing it on or maybe using a bulb pin, which she does carry the bulb pins in her store. Or you could also put this on a chunky chain, on a tassel. But these are beautiful little pink rhinestones, hearts with the rhinestones on the outside of them. And you get quite a few in a package. You get 4 in a package. So I love these. And then here's kind of some little resin sparkly pieces that she's carrying in her store. And these are really fun. These are also hearts. And this, since this month is Valentine's Day, wouldn't these be cute to add on to some sort of card or little project? They do come in silver and pink. And as you can see, they just glitter and shine. Really fun. You could also add these to a center of a flower or on a cluster if you're into making clusters. So there's all sorts of possibilities for these little pieces. Kim also sells appliques in her store, and this is kind of a fun little like applique type trim. You do get 3 connected to each other, but you can easily cut them apart and use them. These are really fun. In the past, I did create a little banner, and I used some of these on the banner pieces, on the pennant pieces. These would definitely be gorgeous layered with some pieces behind them on a journal cover or on an altered notebook. They'd be beautiful on a box if you like to alter boxes. Also on a wall hanging or an ornament. And again, with it being Valentine's Day this month, these would be really cute on a little heart ornament. Or maybe you can make a little sachet with them with some material behind it. These would be really cute on something like that. And of course here, what I would do with these is I definitely would add some sort of beautiful little embellishment or bling piece to the middle. Again, you could use a flat back pearl, but it would be kind of cute to add one of these little cabochons to the middle of it. You could put the beautiful little heart bling in the middle of that, and it'd be really nice. Or even these ones would be really cute in the middle of that. A heart within a heart. I kind of like that. That's really cute. So again, you get 3 pieces with this one, and it's kind of like what I would call an applique trim. Kim does sell all sorts of doilies in her shop. She does carry oftentimes little doily grab bag packages, or you get so many in a package. Sometimes she sells them individually, and this time she did send me a little bit larger size of a doily. And so this one's a vintage or a semi-vintage doily piece that she was carrying in her store. And what's fun about this one, of course, is it is big enough. I think it would be really cute. You could wrap it around a journal cover and use it on a journal cover. I would not be scared to cut it up and use little bits and pieces on snippets. So you could cut off this little piece, and then you could still cut out the middle and then have a really good size middle piece. Again, really cute on a cover. Again, if you were to use this on a cover, you could even cut the doily down smaller, and then you have a smaller doily just in the middle. Or even a doily here, and then here. It'd be fun, again, if you were to cut this middle one out and use it on a project. This one would be a nice little frame for something. You could put a picture behind it. Also fun to put on one of these is you could definitely put a little bling piece in the middle of that if you were to use it somehow on a project. You could alter a hoop, and this one would be really cute on an altered hoop. And so those are just a couple of ideas for that one, but I really do love the color of this one. And then of course, I'm going to go through the trims that Kim sent in my design team package for this month. Kim does carry all sorts of wonderful little tulle trims, and this one is I believe, yep, it is a double layer of tulle, and it's this beautiful kind of mint green color or light teal color, beautiful color. And in the past, she has carried it, and she still might have it in her store. I'm not quite sure. I haven't checked to see what her current inventory is before I started filming. But she has carried this in pink. She's carried it in white and also purple. And it's a really fun trim to work with. It's a nice edging trim. It's a nice trim to make flowers, little gathered flowers. And then you stick one of the beautiful bling pieces or cabochons in the middle of it. I also think this one might be kind of fun to, if you were to use maybe this on a journal cover, and if you were going to use one of these hearts, I think this would be really fun to kind of layer underneath and have peeking outside of the little heart. I think that would be really cute. So another idea for both of those trims. Kim does carry all sorts of beautiful Venice trims and dangle trims in her shop, and here's one of her very popular dangle trims that she carries. I just love this trim. It's so versatile. Of course, you can just use it as is and hang it off of a card, a journal page, make a snippet out of it. But this one, if you're going to use it as is, it would be really cute to put some little flat back pearls, little bling pieces on the little flower petals that are hanging underneath it. You could also add embellishments to the middle of each of these pieces right here, whether it's, you know, some of these little hearts that she carries in her store. That would be really cute if you layered up some of those on each of those pieces and then hung it off of something. That would actually be really cute. And in the past, I've also cut off the tops right here and just used the top little piece for one thing, and then I still had the rest of the dangle to use on something else. So again, another very versatile trim in her shop, and I just love it. Here is another beautiful trim that she carries in her store. And this one's really beautiful as is. I would definitely use this maybe as a pocket in a journal. I've used this one. You could layer it on, like if you wanted to make a zippered pouch or a little pocket. You could layer up the pieces. It would also be a nice layering piece on, like if you were to make a tag, this would be beautiful on that. And this one you could definitely cut up the little pieces also and make them into snippets. But it's a gorgeous piece, and you can see it's quite wide. It almost fills up my hand. And then the last piece that I have to share with you guys is another one of her cotton trims. And this is really cute. It has different flowers on it that you can cut apart. Of course, you can always leave it as is and use it as a pocket on a journal. But these types of trims, I just love to cut them up and use the bits and pieces. You can use them on snippets. You can layer some of these little flowers on a journal page, on a tag, on a card. And this one's also really nice because it also has the little leaves on it too, so you can cut out the leaves and layer them behind this cute little flower. And this type of trim does do very well if you're going to dye it. So oftentimes I will dye using like RIT dye, but I also use like my re-inkers and add water, and I color my trims that way. If you have any of the ink sprays, you can use those to also color these if you want to color them a different color. But the white's beautiful. If you're into like shabby chic style stuff, the white's gorgeous as it is. They also take tea dye very nicely, so you could tea dye it and make it look a little more vintage if you're into a vintage style. So there's all sorts of possibilities for this one. And I just love these. I know last month I got to work with a couple of her other ones that were similar to this that had some different flowers. So if you need more inspiration, make sure you check out my videos from last month. And one last item I wanted to mention is that Kim does offer free shipping to the US if you spend $35 or more. So if you do live in the US and you are shopping, definitely take advantage of that. It's pretty easy to fill your shopping cart with items from Kim's store because she has so many fun things between laces and trims and doilies and appliques and embellishments and bling. It's pretty easy to fill up your shopping cart. And so again, I wanted to thank everybody so much for watching. I hope you come back and join me later this month to see what I will be creating with this beautiful design team package. And again, I do have all of those links that I mentioned earlier listed below in the description box, so make sure you do open that up. And until next time, I hope you guys all have a wonderful day and happy crafting.